He slid a napkin across the table. On it, a time and a place. The old river ferry retired and moored under the Southbridge shadow. Midnight. He tapped the ink with one finger. "Whatever you think Benson is," Kade said, "he's worse. He eats people and calls it policy. If you show those pictures now, he'll grind you into paperwork. He'll make a story about you, not him." "I'll take that risk." "I won't," Kade said. "Meet me tonight. Bring your proof. I'll bring something he fears." "What?" "Myself," he said softly. "Not the version that answers to him." "That sounds like a confession." "It's a promise," he said, standing. He was gone before her coffee cooled. She told Leo she was going to ground for a day, which was half a truth. She ran errands that meant nothing. She went to a movie and couldn't remember a single frame. She walked the edges of the park, where the river licked the stones like a lazy animal, and counted couples who didn't know what they were holding. She tried not to rehearse what she would say to Kade if what he brought wasn't tea enough. She tried not to rehearse what she would do if it was. Midnight found her walking the rusted gangway to the old ferry, the rain a fine sting that settled into her coat and refused to leave. The boat groaned with the river's slow breath. Shadows moved with the water. Somewhere nearby, a man coughed the way old engines cough. She felt watched but not yet targeted. It was an old difference, but she knew it. Kade stepped out of the captain's cabin with a canvas bag, and that stillness around him that made other men fidget. "Is this where you kill me?" Mara asked. "Very thematic." "If I wanted you dead," he said, "we would have never met." Comforting. Truthful. He lifted the bag. "I don't keep ghosts in sacks. Come inside." The cabin smelled like old rope, spilled beer, and the kind of rust that seeps into wood. Kade set the bag on a map table and opened it. He took out a battered ledger, a black phone, a stack of contracts with signatures in too beautiful ink, a ring of keys. He laid them down like a dealer turning over fate cards. "The names in this ledger," he said, "belong to people who don't exist anymore. Not according to the city, anyway. Eminent domain, fire code, trespass, relocation. You know the stories." "I've written some." Mara touched the ledger without meaning to. It was warm. She pulled her hand back. "The phone is Benson's," Kade said, untouched but backed up. "Messages to 3 council members, a developer, a judge. The contracts tie the river parcels to shell companies that tie to a fund that ties back to Benson, chief donor." "And the keys?" she asked. He lifted them. They sang a small metal song. "To a safe in which there's something Benson cares about more than the city." "What is it?" Kade's mouth thinned. "His son." Mara blinked. He wouldn't lock up his son. "Not the boy," Kade said. "The boy's future. A dossier. Schools greased. Charges buried. Something Benson could use when the boy was old enough to be trouble. He has files on everyone he loves, leash lengths. That's monstrous." "So is he." "And you?" she asked. "What are you?" "Hungry," he said. He met her eyes. And tired of chewing ash. She believed him. She hated herself for how much that mattered. "We can end him," she said, "with this, with the photos, with the press." "We can hurt him," Kade corrected. "Ending is for fairy tales. In this city, monsters molt." "Then we make a spectacle," she said. "We make it so the molting hurts too much to try again." He smiled, a quick flare that made a different man appear, the one he might have been if he had believed in daylight. "You keep talking like that. You'll make me honest. You keep bringing me the truth, and I'll try." They were still looking at each other when the boat shifted wrong. Not with the river, with weight, with more feet than the two of them. Kade's head turned. "You were followed." "By who? I took the service tunnels." "So did they," he said. A voice drifted through the bulkhead. "Kade, you brought our little reporter on a field trip." It was soft and warm and full of cheap scorn. Mara recognized it before Kade spoke, because she had heard it in her ear for 2 years. "Leo," she whispered, "no." The door opened. Leo stepped in with a gun like an apology. His hair was neat. His eyes were not. 3 men in cheap suits and expensive shoes followed him, spreading out the way men do when they've practiced how to fill a room. "I told you," Leo said to Mara. "You're not alone." Her mouth went dry. "How long?" Long enough, he said. You're good, Mara. You're stubborn. You believe in people. That makes you predictable. It also makes you valuable. Benson needed a crusader to chase. He needed bait the city would love. Her stomach tilted. You put me into that basement. I saved you from that basement, Leo corrected, by calling him. He nodded at Kade. My friend. My muscle. Cade's face didn't change. His voice did. You called me to save her like a man pulls a thorn from a dog's paw, because the dog is good at sniffing other thorns. Leo gave him a grudging nod. We all work for someone, until we don't. Mara's vision tunneled and then swam. Why? She asked Leo. You hate him. You hated all of this. You think hate is the opposite of hunger, Leo said, almost pitying. I tried the right way. I tried paper. He bought ink. This way pays enough to get out. Out to where? Mara asked. There isn't an out when you dig your own grave. He lifted the gun a little. Give me the ledger. Kade stepped between them. No.